Tropical Storm Sally. At a glance, Tropical Storm Sally is expected to strengthen in the Gulf of Mexico. Sally is forecast to become a hurricane before landfall. Life-threatening storm surge is expected, particularly in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. Flooding rain is a major threat from Sally on the Gulf Coast and farther inland. Damaging winds are expected near where Sally's center crosses the coast. Tropical Storm Sally is expected to strengthen into a hurricane and bring an extremely dangerous storm surge, flooding rainfall and damaging winds to the northern Gulf Coast beginning on Monday. Sally could produce the deadly duo of human-height storm surge and a foot or more of rainfall in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. Nearly 90% of deaths caused by hurricanes are the result of a combination of rainfall, flooding, storm surge and rip currents. Now is the time to prepare for Sally's impacts. Follow the advice of local officials if you are ordered to evacuate. Current alerts. A hurricane warning has been issued for portions of southeastern Louisiana east of Morgan City, Louisiana, to Ocean Springs, Mississippi, including Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas and metropolitan New Orleans. Hurricane conditions, winds 74 miles per hour or greater, are expected in some parts of this area by late Monday. Hurricane watches and tropical storm warnings and watches are in effect to west and east of this hurricane warning, including parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. A storm surge warning is also in effect from Port Faucon, Louisiana, to the border between Mississippi and Alabama, including Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas and Lake Bourne. This means there will be a danger of life-threatening inundation from storm surge within the warning area in the next 36 hours. Happening now. Sally is centered around 195 miles east-southeast of southeast Louisiana. The storm is lopsided right now with much of its rain and thunderstorm activity off to the east of its center. Sally's broader circulation is producing showers and storms over parts of Florida and southern Alabama. The storm brought flooding rainfall to parts of the Florida Keys on Saturday. Some areas in the Keys picked up nearly a foot of rainfall. Timing, intensity forecast. Sally is expected to strengthen as it moves northwestward toward the northern Gulf Coast early this week. The system will arrive on the northern Gulf Coast beginning late Monday and Tuesday, and could be a Category 1 or 2 hurricane as it nears landfall, according to the latest National Hurricane Center forecast. However, there is uncertainty in this intensity forecast, so stay alert for possible changes. Sally will likely slow down near the coast of Louisiana and Mississippi on Monday night into Tuesday. That slow forward speed could result in prolonged impacts from rainfall, storm surge and strong winds. It's important to note that impacts from Sally on the Gulf Coast will extend well east of the forecast path depicted in the graphic below, including Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. Forecast impacts. Storm surge, high surf. A potentially life-threatening storm surge is expected along the northern Gulf Coast from Monday through at least Tuesday. This could be exacerbated by heavy rainfall occurring in areas experiencing storm surge. The highest storm surge of 7 to 11 feet is expected from the mouth of the Mississippi River to Ocean Springs, Mississippi, including Lake Bourne. Storm surge could be 4 to 6 feet in southeast Louisiana's Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Maurepas. Below is a look at the storm surge forecast for the Gulf Coast if peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. High tide along the Louisiana and Mississippi coasts is in the morning hours on both Monday and Tuesday. The worst storm surge will be near and to the right of where the center of Sally makes landfall. Large waves could worsen the storm surge impacts in some areas and cause significant beach erosion on much of the northern Gulf Coast. Flooding rainfall. Sally is expected to slow down on approach to the Gulf Coast, which means there is a serious threat of flooding. Flash flooding and river flooding could occur from southeastern Louisiana into parts of Mississippi, Alabama and the Florida Panhandle this week. Here is the latest rainfall forecast from the NHC. -8 to 16 inches with locally up to 24 inches on the Gulf Coast from the western Florida Panhandle to far southeast Louisiana from Monday into the middle of the week. -5 to 10 inches is possible farther inland over portions of Mississippi and Alabama. Sally could eventually produce locally heavy rain as far north and east as North Georgia, Tennessee and the Carolinas later this week. However, details are uncertain. Flood watches have been issued by the National Weather Service in portions of Florida, southern Alabama, southern Mississippi and southeastern Louisiana.